There are lives that pass quietly, leaving little behind but faint memories. And then there are lives like that of Yu Menglong, whose presence leaves a mark too deep for time to erase. His was a life not measured by wealth or fame, but by the love he gave, the strength he carried, and the countless hearts he touched along the way. To know Yu Menglong was to know warmth and purpose. He was the kind of man whose smile could disarm tension, whose words could heal anger, and whose silence could speak volumes. There was something profoundly grounding about him, an aura of peace that made even the most restless heart feel at home. Wherever he went, he carried with him a light that brightened the spaces he entered and the lives he met. Those who were fortunate enough to share life's journey with him remember him not just for what he did, but for how he made them feel. Whether he was offering advice, helping a friend in need, or simply listening, Yu Menglong had a way of making people feel seen, valued, and understood. His compassion was not a display, it was his nature. His empathy was not an act, it was his gift. From a young age, he carried within him a quiet ambition, not to be known by the world, but to make a difference in his world. He believed that love, when shared sincerely, could transform lives. That belief shaped the man he became, gentle in speech, strong in principle, and steadfast in love. His heart was his compass, and it always pointed toward kindness. Life, as it does to all, brought him trials. But what made Yu Menglong remarkable was the way he faced them, with courage, grace, and unwavering faith. He knew pain, yet he chose peace. He experienced loss, yet he kept giving. Even when life tested him, he stood tall, teaching everyone around him that strength is not in how hard you fight, but in how calmly you endure. To his family, he was the pillar, the one they leaned on when the world felt uncertain. He didn't need to raise his voice to lead. His actions spoke for him. His strength was quiet but unshakable, his wisdom deep but humble. He lived by simple truths: love without condition, forgive without pride, and give without expecting anything in return. There were days when he carried the weight of others' worries just to make sure no one else felt burdened. He had a way of taking pain and turning it into understanding, of taking disappointment and turning it into a lesson. He taught those around him that true strength lies in compassion, not control, in patience, not power. Those close to him remember his mornings, how he would rise early, not out of duty, but out of gratitude. To him, every sunrise was a reminder that life was a gift. He'd often pause to watch the sky change colors, quietly whispering prayers of thanks. That simple act of mindfulness defined him. He lived each day fully aware of how precious it was. His life was made up of countless small acts of goodness that, together, created something extraordinary. The way he'd help an elderly neighbor, the way he'd comfort a crying child, the way he'd go out of his way to make someone's day better. Those